Hello, welcome to Loomly, and thanks for joining us today. The goal of Flash webinar is to offer you a quick but in-depth presentation of one very specific Loomly feature. It should not take longer than 15 minutes. Today's Flash webinar is about the Post Builder. While we're waiting for others to join, I wanted to make a quick introduction. I'm Chloe from the Customer Success team. I'll be host for today's webinar. Mike will be answering any questions you have in the Q&A section. Our Flash webinar aims to offer you a quick but in-depth presentation of a specific feature within Loomly. So let's get started and dive into it. Loomly's Post Builder guides you through the process of creating a social media post in a few simple steps. You can create a post from one or multiple platforms. The Post Builder is accessible from the green New Post button, displayed from your dashboard, or when you're in List, Calendar, or Post view of a calendar. So let's actually create a new post right now. So let's move on. Alrighty then. You will see the New Post button at the very top. When you click on New Post button, you will reach step 1 in the Post Builder. In the step 1 in the Post Builder, you'll be setting the post details. One section is post ideas. This is a set section for basically content inspiration. We offer 5 different types of post ideas. Twitter trends, RSS feeds. If you follow any blogs or links, you can set up an RSS feed to track and get inspiration from new posts from the feed. Loomly inspiration, so just a couple general ideas for posts. Loomly ideas, this is usually just general holidays or any events that we have on the post ideas calendar. And finally, custom post ideas, which is your very own post ideas. We allow you to create your own custom post ideas for any events or anything that you may need a reminder for. All right then. Once you probably set a post idea, you don't have to set one if you don't want to, but it's a great way to get inspired. The next step is setting the generic date and time. The generic date and time applies to all channels. We recommend always editing the date and time in this step to better track your posts, as this is the date and time that will be listed on your calendar and list settings. You can select scheduling slots based off a schedule you create from your calendar settings, or you can pick a custom date or time. See, you will see option to custom time. But if you want to set any scheduling slots, this is usually this is just to make it easy for you if you post on specific days at a certain time, it easily allows you to set those dates. Along with that, you can set up the subject, which is basically only a reference within Loomly. This is only for you. Your followers will not see this. And finally, you can set up post labels. Post labels is right here. They're an internal tag to categorize your posts within Loomly, identify them at a glance throughout Loomly which campaign or category they belong to. For instance, you can create labels for specific campaigns or types of posts, such as blog posts, sponsored posts, and product posts. You can also filter advanced analytics by labels. So let's actually create a quick label right now. You will see I already have a couple created, but you can create a new label by clicking here. You will type the label name here, so just for now, fall. You will add a color name for the label. I will just do a, and then click create. The label should show up in your label section and will also show up in the drop-down menu. So for now, I'll just do spring. Once you do that, you can move on to the next step. So I'll just do, let's see. Alrighty then. Once you've done all that, you can move on to the next step, which is selecting your social channels. So here. In this select the social media channels you would like to publish your post to. We support Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, LinkedIn, Google My Business, YouTube, Snapchat, and TikTok. Top of this, we also allow you to activate a custom channel for your calendar, which can be used for any channels Loomly does not integrate with. For example, you can create content within Loomly for planning and collaborating for a blog post or your website's newsletter. Once it's scheduled, we'll send you a reminder to publish manually to the custom channel. We also have a create to multiple calendars feature, allowing you to publish posts to multiple calendars at once. For example, it is very useful if you manage different locations and want to publish a post to multiple Facebook pages at one time. So for example, I have a second Facebook page connected to one of my second calendars. So here, and that Facebook page is connected there, and I click select calendars. I'll also select Facebook and Instagram here. This means once I finish the post and schedule it, that same post will also be added to the second calendar I selected here. Alrighty then. So now that we got on the very first two steps, we're actually going to be moving on to the next step. That is defining generic and fine-tuned content. When you publish the same post to multiple platforms, you want to optimize it for each one, conforming to their respective technical limitations, community best practices, and audience expectations. This is why when you create a post in Loomly, you can define some generic content that will be applied by default to all your channels and then customize that generic content for each platform. So let's actually go back and start going through that one. Alrighty then. Here are in step 3. Here you'll define the content and media applied to all of your selected channels. Here's a couple things you can do within this step. You can add media from your library. If you you can upload images directly to your library and then actually select them from here. You can add images using the Unsplash integration, which provides stock images from across the web. You can add GIFs using the Giphy integration. You can upload images from your device using this icon. You can also upload videos from clicking on this icon from your device. You can upload single or multiple images, or you can upload a single video from your device. And finally, you can import media from a URL. Right? One nice feature is Loomly Studio, which is an image editor available directly within Loomly. So actually, let me just select the image right now for Unsplash. That looks like a great picture. Insert. Alrighty then. Once the image is loaded, if you click on the image, you will be able to access Loomly Studio. In Loomly Studio, you can crop image with a custom resolution or with popular crop resolutions for each social media channel. So you will see if you scroll down, you'll get Facebook, Twitter, and other crop resolutions ratios. On top of that, you have the option to add filters to your image, adjust the brightness or shadows or any aspect of the image. You can set a focus to a specific part of the image. You can also add text or even specialized text to your image. And finally, you can add any overlays as well. For now, I will just be cropping the image down a bit. Then I'll just use the square option. Click Save. And once that's done, the edited image will be added here. Alrighty then. Other than adding media files and adding images, we offer a different features within Post Builder. You can add emojis with our emoji keyboard right here. This allows you to search for specific emojis, so the search bar right here. You can also change the colors of specific emoji, skin tone. So let's actually do that quickly. If you see, you'll see most of the human emojis colors has changed. So for now, I'm just going to be adding cruise. All right. Along with that, we have the hashtag manager, which you use to find and apply trending and suggested hashtags. And also you can create hashtag collections. So from here, you can access the hashtag manager. From here, the system will offer suggestions for hashtags you can add based on the text. So for now, I'll just add one of these. You can add trending Twitter hashtags to your text as well. And finally, you can do hashtag collections. With hashtag collections, you can create, edit, and apply basically a group of hashtags together into one group or collection. So this will make it pretty easier for you to add a group of hashtags at one time. So actually, here's a quick example. In my travel collection for hashtags, I have these hashtags added. So the moment I select travel, the system will add the hashtag group to the text. So you also don't need to click on this button to add the hashtag collection to your text. If you type the hashtag and then the name of the collection, the system will show a menu where you can select it as well. And the system will add the entire collection to the post. You can also generate URLs with the UMTM parameters to track the performance of your content through Google Analytics, for example. So here's the parameter. You will need to define a couple standard elements of your campaign with our form. Next, I want to show you that you can shorten your URLs with our Loomly.ly URL shortener. So any links in your posts are converted to a visual appealing link that does not require any extra characters. So actually, let me apply a link from a blog that I usually follow. Come down here. You'll see I have shortened URL already checked. So when I add in the URL, it should take a couple seconds and the link is shortened. As an added bonus, Loomly.ly URLs give you access to essential link metrics, including clicks, sources, and locations to measure your success in advanced analytics. Alrighty, so I will count this as fully completed. So let's move on to the next step, which is step 4, fine tune each channel. This is a step where you can fine tune and customize your posts for the previous selected social media channels. You can update the date and time for a specific channel if you know your LinkedIn posts have a higher reach on a particular day. So say I decide that Facebook post on January 5th at 12:34 would not be a great time. I can always decide maybe later on a different time or a different date as well. You can do this for each social media account that you selected on step 2. You can also update the copy of a specific channel, say for Twitter, since tweets have a limit of 280 characters, or if you want to add hashtag to your Instagram posts. Finally, you can update your media files for each channel. And since I have a link added to this, if you verify your links on Facebook, if you have a Facebook page, you can actually edit the link preview. Since I don't have that from now, I'm just going to remove this link preview and just keep my link and my image for now. I don't want the preview, I just want the image and the URL at the top. But I also can change it. So if I decide maybe this is not the best image for Instagram, I can always add a new image from the library or even upload a video. On top of this is where you'll be previewing your posts so you'll know what they look like when they are published to the channel. Here are other features offered in the fine-tune channel. So if you have Facebook or Instagram selected, you can select feed, reels, stories for Facebook and Instagram. You can also create carousels. We also give you the ability to add alternative text to your images for Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Pinterest. So if you click here, you can add alt text. You can also add mention on the following social media channels. So you can tag someone for Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and LinkedIn. For Instagram, you can tag up to 20 non-private or public Instagram accounts on any Instagram post image. So if we go to Instagram right now, click here. We can finally then go down a bit, click here, and tag users. Here you will click on any part of the post. First, you have to click on the little icon on top, select the section where you want to tag, add in the handle for the YouTube account, the Instagram account, hit enter. The system now tagged the image. And you'll see that it says well. Last but not least, we have post optimization tips. You will always see this in step 4 if you scroll down. Post automation tips provide some insights and suggestions on how to best create, format, and publish social media posts at the optimal time for each channel. So we have finally set up our post and everything as well. Last but not least, you are able to organically target your audience and promote your post. So let's actually go back. Since we have everything set up and finished, we can move on to the next step. For Facebook, we allow you to organically target and restrict your audience. If you have Facebook ads manager connected to your calendar, you can boost your Facebook posts with Loomly. For calendars connected to a LinkedIn company page, you need a targeted segment that must have at least 300 followers for successful targeting. And so for now, I'm not going to do any targeting for this post, and I'm just going to move on to the very final step. All right. In the final step of the post where you can do the following for the post you created. Save as a draft, which is available on all steps of the post builder. Submit for approval. Schedule the post or publish it right now. You may see different options depending on your assigned role on the calendar's workflow. And as mentioned earlier, since I selected in step 2 for select social channels, I selected the other calendar. This system is letting me know that the post will also be created on Dodo Airlines. Alrighty then. And the very final step, when you publish your post and everything's set up, you can do the post preview. So here's actually a post I set up. One moment. Alrighty then. Once you click on the schedule or publish, you will be taken to the post preview. This is the most important view of Loomly, as this is where the bulk of collaboration will occur. You and your collaborators can preview your posts, update the post state, assign posts to one or more collaborators, lead comments for your collaborators, add mention other collaborators, and much more. So this is usually done at the very bottom, commenting and reaching out to collaborators. And if you also want to tag them, just type and you will see the list of collaborators you have inside your account. Alrighty then. And that covers everything for the post builder. Thank you so much for joining us. If you did not have your questions answered or you have any suggestions, please feel free to contact our team either through chat or email at contact@loomly.com. Thank you so much for joining us on our flash webinar, and you have a great day.